guys. I'm a bit emotional right now, but anyway, let's just get back into this. I've been watching this one video series where this dude's girlfriend reacts to Berserk for the manga. She's reading the manga, and it's so much worse going through it a second time, because I've read the entire thing only once, and like, that was bad enough, but this is just, ugh. Oh, right, we're here. I didn't even finish day one. He certainly is energetic, I'll give him that. Did you say you just got here after these classes ended? Yeah, I did. Why? Well, it's just... I point toward the clock right above the whiteboard. It's already 15 past 6. Eh? He looks toward the direction I'm pointing slowly, almost like clockwork. I swear I can almost hear the clicking sounds as his head turns. Once he sees the clock, he freezes. Yeah? This guy's too much. How did he not notice him passing? This guy's orange, for God's sake. No, wait, I didn't even get to find the classroom yet. What am I gonna do? At this point, it's clear as day that he's panicking. Yeah, that's kind of the thing about Jun's character. Anxiety. Severe, crippling anxiety. You'll see in like maybe 35 videos. Because I don't know. And I am probably a horrible person watching him acting this way because it is incredibly funny. I read that wrong. Maybe I gotta do something nicer and show him around? It's not like he's a bad guy, just a little rough around the edges. But then again, I'm not exactly fond of the idea of hanging out with someone I don't know. Oh, for fuck's sake, show him around. Well, I suppose I'm free right now. I can show you around some more of the important areas of the school if you like. You'll feel bad for scaring him like that when I came in. Poor guy almost had a heart attack. Remember Suichi telling me a while ago that I'm always too unfriendly to new people. So I try my best to send warming. You know, one question. One thing I have to ask. This animation of the characters, why hasn't that happened in Echo more? Like, I get back when like, they did do animation in Echo, but it was once, with the Chopa. And it was so effective. Like, I remember the first time I saw that scene, I was just, nah. You don't want to hear my utter pants-shitting scream when that happened the first, just nah. Anyway, but yeah, I want to see more of that in other visual novels, like the animation of the characters, because not many do it. And it's, I don't know. It feels refreshing somehow. It's been a while since I've legitimately tried to be friendly to someone new. Really? Really? His eyes go so wide that I can barely even make out the color of his iris now. I love Jun. This guy has such drastic shifts in emotion that it's starting to give me whiplash. Sure, you'd have to be quick though, they'll close things up in about an hour. Did you tell me what class you were assigned to? It was classroom 3B. 3B, then that means... Oh, it's the same as me. He smiles from... Aww, he's so cute. He smiles from ear to ear, his eyes nearly twinkling with excitement. Really? That makes everything a lot easier. Ugh, stupid bugs. Ew. There's a fly, like, circling around my head. Oh, by the way, my dad told me something about the school having special classes for seniors. Can you tell me what that is about? Special classes? Do you mean college prep? If so, then it's just a specific class where they give students an extra class to prepare them for entrance exams. So the best students get special treatment? Isn't that kind of unfair? Not really. You're allowed to move up to that class until the last month of class, so really anyone can join as long as they work hard enough. That's not true. I mean, even if I studied 25 hours a day, I'd still never place in the top 50. What? How much do you usually score in your tests? I've never had more than 50 in any test ever Okay, I feel bad. What? Is this for real? You need an 80-point average to graduate, you know. Eh? Freezes yet again, even his tail is completely frozen mid-motion. How is he doing that? Eh? Fucking hell, I love June. I love him. And there he goes again. No way, no way. What am I gonna do? No one told me that when this applied to this school. How did you even pass the transfer exam anyway? I heard it's even harder than our midterms. I didn't have to take one. They took me in for the music program. In other words, kind of like a scholarship? Well, I suppose if they've allowed you without testing you, they might just lower the passing score for you. At least I hope they do. This guy's seriously hopeless if they don't. Is that so? You had me really worried just now. Completely back to normal already. Anyway, I'm Jun Kobayashi. Pleased to meet you. I hesitate for a second, and he extends his hand towards me. This guy is completely throwing me out my pace. As soon as I grab his hand, he starts shaking my hand excitedly. Actually, maybe too much excitement. Way too much excitement. Alright, that's enough for now, okay? He looks completely clueless as I pull my hand away from his death grip. Jeez, this guy is ignoring by any definition. Wow, dude. Who said you need to be normal? God, what? This name doesn't fit. I'm Alex Michimiya. It's nice to meet you, too. Alex Michimiya, huh? It's a wonderful name. I really like it. Oh, well, thank you, I guess. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, if you don't mind, we should probably get going already. It's starting to get late. Oh, right, I forgot. He goes behind the piano and picks up his bag. There are books and papers falling off of it. This guy really looked like the messy type. Nothing to do with the bag itself, though. The owner apparently makes up for the bag's plainness. Wow, dude. Okay. Shall we? We leave the music room and I start showing around the school. Yes, we're getting... just walking around. Oh, well, we're in the tennis area again. Okay. Wow, this school is really big. We haven't even seen everything. My legs are already trembling from all the walking. I think that's more to do with you being out of shape than less to do with the school. Wow. Okay. Though I should probably hold off on saying something that tactless. Hey, Michimiya-san, what about the other side of the locker room? Other side? He's looking at the door of the volleyball courts. Wait, should I even let him go there in the first place? When I took him to the tennis court, he just kept walking around like a kid in an amusement park, shouting things like, "So this is what a tennis court looks like, and it's so amazing." He even took a few pictures. God knows what those were about. That's for the volleyball courts. I don't think I'm allowed to take you there, though. I'm not a member of that club. What about the tennis courts? Should you take me there? I think the big tennis bag I'm carrying with me should have been enough to tell a member, but this guy is apparently very dense. Well, I'm a member. Shouldn't the clothes and... really? You already said that, dude. Oh, really? I've never watched a match live, but it totally looks like an awesome sport. Hey, I don't know any rules, though. God, this guy is too much. He has way too much gas in his tank. I don't know how to deal with people like that. Yeah, me neither. Oh, it's him. It's the hottie. Alex? Was that fucking Keisuke as well? I don't know. Just hear a voice calling out to me, Suichi's head peeks out from behind a couple of lockers. As soon as he notices me, he smiles and walks up to us. He's completely covered in sweat. His clothes look like they've been submerged in water. What are you doing here? I thought you had left already. Finally notices Kobayashi, who seems to have tried to hide behind me. Who's this, a new club member? Kobayashi's entire body goes stiff as he steps out from behind me. All of his motions have suddenly turned mechanic. I'm Jun Kobayashi. It's a pleasure to meet you. For some reason, he seems more nervous around Suichi than was with me. Oh boy, that's interesting. Suichi stays so for a few seconds, looking incredibly interested in him. Kobayashi, huh? If I'm not mistaken, you're the student who has to come here today. Me? Kobayashi looks to be in shock, taking a step back and nearly choking on his own words. To be honest, I'm a little surprised. Suichi asked to meet a new student? What for? You know about me? Yeah, one of the teachers was supposed to show you around today, but she called in sick. Since I'm the student council president, I was asked to do it in her stead, but you never showed up. Uh... Stop attacking him, oh my god. Almost if he were stabbed by an invisible arrow, Kobayashi's entire body shivers at Suichi's merciless words. And here I wait for almost an hour. It was in my first day of class. Like, the first class of the day, because you didn't show up. Another invisible arrow. You know, I really wish people would call beforehand if they happen to be late for something. It's not like everyone has infinite free time like some people, right? Kobayashi slumps his shoulders in defeat, mumbling a few incoherent apologies. The fact that Suichi could say all that with a smile on his face, though. Scary, Suichi. You're scary. Well, he says he got here a bit late and that the gates were already closed, so it's not entirely his fault, right, Kobayashi-kun? Kobayashi nods. Yes, I'm sorry it was so late. I had been living in a different town until recently and ended up getting lost. I'm so sorry to inconvenience you. In what is certainly an uncharacteristic moment for him, Suichi examines Kobayashi as if he didn't know what to make of the situation. Guess I'm not the only one who gets thrown off his pace by this guy. Well, it's alright, I suppose. I was mostly joking around anyway. It didn't look like you were. No shit. Already been informed of your circumstances. If you want, I can give you a quick tour. Oh no, it's alright. Michimiya-san already did. Suichi looks at me dumbstruck. Wait, Michimiya could help the stranger? Of his own free will? Seriously? Don't look so surprised about it. She is... Yeah, I did. Got a problem with that? No, not at all. It's just really unexpected. Have you already taken it with the faculty office? Faculty office? Why have to take him there? Suichi stares at me in surprise. New students have to be assigned a teacher as their counselor when they join. You should know this. We did it 2 years ago. Oh, now that he mentioned, I do remember something like that. Wait, is this what I'm always having to do with Katsuguri-sensei? I honestly didn't remember. Oh, I completely forgot. You don't have to look at me with such disappointed eyes. It's not my fault, you know, you can't expect me to remember that. It was a fucking whole 2 years ago. Oh boy. These three, I just love it. I love these three. It's no problem. I mean, if we didn't finish everything today, he still helped a lot. Judging from Luigi's expression, I guess even he must be having serious problems with things to say in this situation. He does tend to take his responsibilities quite seriously, so he's probably trying to figure out what he can still do before school closes. Well, I guess it should be fine. I'll explain to the teacher in charge of admissions that I couldn't show up today. I'm sure he'll understand. There's not much we can do since all the teachers have already gone home, so just hang tight until tomorrow, okay? Actually, Kobayashi-san, would you mind if I were Michimiya-kun for it? I need him to help me with something. Oh, it's fine. Oh, I was looking forward to seeing the volleyball courts. It's fine if you want to. I can take you to the courts. It's gonna ask me to meet you. Suichi stumbles on his speech when he says my name. God, why am I slurring? Jesus, fucking... Well, I'm standing up, not sitting down. That might explain it. I don't know. For some reason, he tends to treat everyone very formally when around other students, even his own friends. Still, it sounds pretty weird to hear my last name come out of his mouth, and I'm sure it must be even weirder for him to say it. Sorry, I'm not used to calling him by his last name. If it bothers you so much, why are you doing it? Suichi starts rubbing the back of his neck. You're supposed to use polite speech when you're first introduced to someone, after all. Stop being so stuck up and call him by my name. You're trying too much to sound like an adult. It's creepy. And annoying. Kobayashi starts laughing. Suichi glares at me. I'm sorry. It's okay. Takes a minute to steady his breathing before he tries to resume talking. If you feel uncomfortable calling him that, then you don't need to force yourself just because I'm around. Actually, I really hate polite speech. If you prefer, you can just call me June. I know I'd like it better if you did. Suichi ponders it for a second before nodding. Alright, in that case, you can just call me Suichi. No, Jun-kun bows excitedly. This time he doesn't look like a clockwork piece. Well, since that's out of the way, you can look at the volleyball courts all you want. I'm the only one around right now. I was actually hoping to get out of with my training. Suichi looks at me expectantly. Think of backing out, but when I turn around to see Jungkook beam with he's so cute. He's so cute, oh my god. Alright, fine, but let's not take too long, okay? It's time to go home soon. Yeah, no problem. Jungkook starts strolling around, pointing and gasping at everything inside, even a ball cart. Who gets excited over a ball cart? Suichi makes his way to the center position. See a pretty big pool of ew. How long have you been practicing? Okay, Alex, I need to get into position, throw me the ball. This is a drill I've done a ton of times. Since Suichi helps me practice with his I can't fucking speak. Since Suichi makes me help with his practice constantly, I've learned quite a lot about volleyball. Honestly, I assume to be pretty decent at it. Well, I tend to be pretty decent at most things. You're not a Mary Sue. No, he's not. I'm just joking. He's not a Mary Sue. Gary Stu, I guess he's not. He's very much not. I throw the ball over Suichi's head. When it's a little above the net, he jumps, tossing the ball in the air. Start running as soon as he jumps. Okay, guys, if you're going to continue watching this series, I just want you to prepare for a shit ton of sports, because obviously tennis, it's literally the main character's entire motivation in a sense. His goal is to go pro with it. So yeah, expect a lot of tennis. Expect a lot of that. I make sure of the ball that is not a set. I shouldn't be too hard on the writing because basket is Brazilian apparently, which that's cool. I didn't even know that, but that's interesting. I have a friend who is Brazilian, although he's in the UK now because he moved out recently to live with his husband. You know, that's cool. I make sure of the ball's position and I too jump towards it. I aim my spike just over the line. The ball hits the fourth resounding wham right on top of the line. Nice spike. Whoa! A deafening voice assaults my ears. How can you jump so high? And the sound of the ball when your hand was so loud, doesn't that hurt? Did your hand hurt anything like that? And how'd you aim so close to the line and... Now, how about we time out for a bit? Even Suichi's taken aback by his sudden outburst of excitement. Yeah, I cannot handle people like that. Seriously. In real life, I just can't. Oh my god, they annoy me. Yeah, I read that. I've only met him today and I'm already having a hard time dealing with it. And he studies in the same class as me. This is a pretty simple thing if you train your legs. Alex might not have to jump as often. He's a volleyball player, but he still has very strong legs from playing tennis. As for the throws his hand, I guess you could say it stings a bit, but I'm not sure if I'd call it painful. Aiming is just a matter of practicing a lot too. Now, mind if we continue? Please do. Suichi hands me their ball. I can feel Kobayashi's eyes on me right now. He really is watching intently. Toss the ball to Suichi and repeat the drill. Goes over his head, and right when it's at the top of the net, he jumps and tosses the ball whilst in midair. Suichi's tosses are incredibly accurate and easy to spike. He's the sort of setter that prioritizes easy to spike tosses. As such, he's very well liked by his team. Oh geez, I know he's a team member that shows up in his route. I don't remember his name, but I know he comes up eventually. And I like him somewhat. He's a bit of a scumbag, but I like him anyway. He's already considered the best setter in our prefecture, maybe even the whole country, though. Nah, that's a bit of a stretch. Though it'd be hard to tell for sure. Despite how good he is, the rest of his team is only average, so they've only managed to qualify for the national tournament once. He'd be really mad at me if I said it out loud, though. Keep doing this drill for a while. Every now and then, June stops to ask questions. First, he was only asking things about volleyball, but... So, how long have you guys known each other? That's a really personal question. Not really personal, but it's a personal question for two people you literally just met. Nah, I wouldn't ask that. Just trying to go way too... Thank you! I'm psychic, apparently. Suichi doesn't seem fazed by it in the slightest. Well, it probably doesn't take too long for a guy as sociable as Suichi to adapt to this sort of thing. In fact, he's in a really good mood, constantly smiling and going with whatever June asks. I wouldn't say everything. If he asked, oh, what's your dick size, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. I'm sorry. Let me see, I guess it's been around 12 years, right, Alex? I guess it would be something like that, yeah. Well, that's a long time to know each other. We met during our sports club training camp. Turned out that we both went to the same club but had never met since we played different sports. We hadn't shared a seat in the bus back then. Looks like he's reminiscing. Coming to think of it, I hadn't really paid much attention to how long we've known each other for. When I think about it, I barely do anything without Suichi these days. When I think about it, it's almost like having a younger brother. I see what you mean, but why am I a younger brother? I'm older than you. You get to be the older brother when you learn to take care of yourself and inconvenience other people. Wow. Ugh. Must be nice being so close with someone. I don't have any friends, not since I last switched schools anyway. Suichi smiles. Just the atmosphere around him is already helping keep the shy and jumpy new guy in a better mood. He's just so good with people that others can't help but relax around him. You shouldn't worry too much. If you want, you can just hang out with us. You're in the same class as Alex anyway, right? Of course, thank you very much. Just like that, it seems we've adopted a stray cat. Fuck off. Oh, they're just having fun. They're laughing and everything. We'll smile in, I guess. We spend almost an hour helping Suichi practice. Hey Alex, would you mind waiting around for me? I tell myself off and get changed. Sure. Well, I guess I'll get going now. It's already pretty late. Alex-san. Oh geez, sorry. Excuse me. Felt that one coming for a few seconds. Alex-san, for Suichi-san, thanks for the help. Jun-kun bows and takes his leave. Suichi, you're so easy to read. You're obviously know that he added the san, aren't you? I did tell him to drop the honorifics, didn't I? You were acting very formal around him. Poor guy's probably confused. Well, I guess that's true. He's a pretty interesting boy, though. Tell me about it. A little bit too hyper for me. Really? So endearing. Sit down on one of the benches and wait around until Suichi's done getting dressed. Oh my god. Why is he so cute? It got so late or goofing around that it's already gotten dark. By the way, Suichi, how did you get this so late in the course? Like, noticing no one came around to close it. I got the keys from my coach. I thought they didn't allow students to stay at school after class. Of course they do. All I have to do is ask nicely and sign a term of responsibility. Sorry, I'm not cut out for that sort of thing. What? I'm not cut out for being a normal person? Wow, dude. Anyways, you have fun your first day? Nah, it's the same as every year, really. Well, I thought you'd be a little more excited after practice. You had a great practice match today, and you didn't even care about it. I wouldn't say that I didn't care, it's just... I don't even know. It gave me the usual thrill. Suichi cuts in front of me, forcing me to stop. When I start asking him what he's doing, he flicks me in the forehead. You've been like that for the past 3 years already. It needs to stop. It's not healthy. I rub at the spot he flicked me. Damn, that stung. Been like what? Can you at least try to make sense? How dense can you be? It's obvious for me since I've been watching you play since we were kids. You have something on your mind, don't you? What is it? I don't know. If there's anything going on with me, it's certainly not intentional. You think I like making almost no progress in practice? So you've noticed your slow development. Of course I've noticed. How don't I have to be in order not to? It's so frustrating. I see players that were really weaker than me 2 or 3 years ago suddenly beaten with ease. And that, of course, only makes me even more anxious. Suichi scratches his head in confusion. I guess I know what you mean. Tennis is a pretty lonely sport. You only got yourself to rely on. That's why I like volleyball. Your teammates are always there to cover for you and help you along if you're having difficulty. The way I see it, I could be playing my best and clearly be the best player and yet still lose because my team dragged me down. Wow, that's depressing. It's what's been happening to you. I'm sorry I didn't catch that. What did you say? God, the death glares. No. Nothing. We walk along for a few minutes. I'm usually bad with words at times like this. I usually rely on Suichi to get the conversation going. Miko's quiet too. Miko's quiet too. Sorry. What for? I know you're uncomfortable talking about this. I shouldn't have said anything. It's fine. To be honest, Keisuke isn't like without saying the same thing. She says I stopped trying to excel. She's not entirely wrong either. Ah, jeez, I hate this. I'll admit, I used to try a lot harder before, both in tennis and in school. I guess I just lost my drive. Well, shouldn't worry about it too much. Even if you're like this now, you're aware of your faults and are working to change. I'm sure things will work out. That's always the optimist. I fucking love that he has his own art. I love it. I try. Suichi wrapped his arm over my neck and pulls me closer, petting my head. I let him have his fun for a while. I guess I'm in a good mood. He does take the concept of skinship a little too far sometimes, though. Before I noticed it, we're almost at my house. Damn, that was so pleasant I completely zoned out. Oh, sorry, excuse me, Jesus. You can let go of me now. Oh, feeling self-conscious? No, I just think I already let you have enough fun. We're even now. I think you're having way more fun than I was. Don't make me hate you. Sure thing. He pulls away from me. By the way, I know I sound like a broken record, but this is our last year of high school. It'd be a shame if we spent it freaking out about future. Let's just take things one step at a time, okay? Sure, and I guess I should consult a few coaches about it in a training program. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Changing your routine might actually help you with that psychological block of yours. Why don't you ask one of your sponsors to get a personal coach? Nah, I don't want them to think they've got too much power over me. They already send you equipment and help you pay for your travel expenses. Pretty safe to say they've got a lot of power over you and they know it. Shut up. Blushing. Suichi grins. Well, not that it matters now. Not that matters anyway. I'm sure there are a lot of professional coaches in Japan that would like to work with you. Plus, almost all players in the country would jump at the opportunity of practicing with you. Oh, now that he mentioned it, I'm pretty sure I heard something about an exchange program. Oh, that's right. Actually, I kind of just remember, but there are a few tennis clubs out of our prefecture on an exchange program. Minimum requirements being ranked 12 or higher in the Kanto junior ranking. Does that mean that Tanabe would be participating too? Takagi Tanabe is the current #1 player in the U18 circuit. I've known him since I first played against him in the U13 Kanto tournament. We've already faced each other over 20 times and never beaten him, not even once. Jeez. So, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like, that has a big thing to do with his mental block. And why he's having so much of a hard time progressing and getting better. Like, I've read this. I've been basically following this game since around 2018-ish, and it's been a fucking ride. I think so. His club is the one organizing it and all. It's great then, why don't you go? What's your rating Kanto right now? 3, 4? 2, and I don't know if I should. I mean, I definitely get a good practice, but I'm afraid I might psych myself out if I meet him there. You're refusing the opportunity of practicing against the best player in the country. You. This is more serious than I thought. Your heart's turned to glass. Shut up, I'm not afraid of it or anything, honestly, I might actually be scared. I avoid playing Keisuke all this time for no other reason than him reminding me of Takagi. Maybe I really do have a block. Takagi, that reminds me of Retsuko from Evangelion, jeez. Hell. Suichi examines me with I think that's her name, I don't remember, whatever. Well, don't have to worry about it too much. Whether you decide to go or not, you still have good practice partners over here. You can always use the Rishihara as your Tanabe proxy. Keikun's skills aren't nearly as refined as Takagi's. Ouch, poor Rishihara. Well, we're here. Sorry I can't stay for a while, I have stuff I need to work on right away. Tell Aki-kun and your mama said hi. Sure, if you need anything. Of course. Ah, boy, Aki, he's a good character, I like him. I'm just realizing now how much I have to do for this visual novel because there's 3 routes and the prologue alone is like 3 to 5 hours to read, and that's just mentally in your head. So I'm kind of a bit, you know. Suichi waves at me without turning back and keeps walking away. It's a good thing he lives so close, but it tends to get annoying pops in without warning. Mom, Eki, I'm home. Mom's shoes aren't here. Maybe she's out? I hear footsteps coming down from the stairs. My little brother, Akiyoshi, walks down. What the heck? What is that outfit? That's new. I think. I don't know. I don't remember it, though. I guess that's something I'd actually wear, though. Oh, Aki, you're home already, huh? What do you mean already? It's pretty late. Anyway, Mom said she'd be late again, so you'll have to cook. Straight to the point, huh? You're right, I'll get to it. Sorry you had to wait for me. It's fine. I figured you'd be staying late for practice anyway. No, it wasn't because of practice, but if he's okay with that, I won't complain. What do you want me to cook for you? Just some rice would be fine. I don't really care. You're telling me you went to practice today, worked up a sweat, and all you want to eat is rice? You need to eat properly if you want to get stronger. You're starting to sound like Mom. Hey, I'm telling you this is an athlete to be an inspiring athlete. You need the acha to eat. What are you going to do if you need to go to the 3rd set and you can't even run anymore? I'm 12. We don't play 3-set matches yet. You will someday. Might as well start working up your shama right now. Alright, just make whatever you want. Jeez. Okay. Time goes by pretty fast when I'm cooking and chatting with Aki. He seemed to really want to talk, seeing I could barely get a word in. It was all about tennis, too. By the time I finished cooking, he was still talking like there was no tomorrow. It's hard to get him to shut up once he gets started. Was I this passionate about it when I was his age? Oh wow, it's already 10:30 p.m. I told Aki I'd sleep just a little while after, and he's already been gone for over an hour. Blasted video game is always distracting me. I hear the sound of the door opening. I see my mom come in. Once she sees me, she looks surprised. Oh, Alex, you're still awake. Did you make dinner for Akiyoshi and you? Everything okay? Everything's fine, Mom. You don't have to freak out every time you come home late. Aki's already gone to bed. I'm sorry, sweetie. You know I worry about you, too. Oh, and by the way, I got a call from one of your teachers today. What? He said you forgot a racket at the locker room. Honestly, you should be more careful. You know, those things have been custom made for you. Sorry. Phew, for a second there, I thought she'd spoken to Katsuguri-sensei. Oh wait, there's something wrong with what she just said. That's weird. I always check my bag before leaving and everything with me. Get my tennis bag near the door and check it over again. Yep, everything's here. It was the teacher that called you. I think his name was Mina Mikado? Hold on, I know I wrote it down somewhere. Lies! Mikado Amanuma. Yes, that's it. That's our coach. He hasn't showed up for practice for the past 3 weeks. I think it's safe to say he doesn't have one of my rackets. He probably just wants me to run some sort of errand for him. He's still your teacher. You can't just assume he's lying. You don't know him as well as I do. Yeah, sure, I'll talk to him tomorrow then. Assume he never shows up. Night, Mom. Good night, sweetie. Jeez, this is fucking... Yeah, like, the video would have been 2 hours long if I included the entire first day, and I couldn't because my battery was running low. Once in my bedroom, I decided to check my phone. Oh, it looks like Saya sent me a message. Coach home alone today. Guess I forgot something at the gym. Wait, did he even show up today? Was he with you or something? Huh. I knew it. This is one of his schemes, isn't it? Last time he told us he was taking us to watch a professional tournament in Tokyo. Instead, he took us to a club he used to work for and forced us to work as assistant coaches for the weekend. The fuck? What? Seems a bit fucked up, but okay. Said it would expand our horizons if we learned how it was dealing with the player. I knew it. He called me too. Come on, do you seriously believe that guy? Wait, you too? Weird. Do you think he's up to something again? 100%. This is really cool. This is really cool that they actually made this little interface for the game. Yeah, it checks out. Okay, I'll deal with him. I'll deal with him tomorrow. I'm gonna go to sleep for now. Night. Night. Well, as long as Sai's dealing with him, there's no need for me to go. Oh my god, we're on Tuesday now. Imagine that, finally. Jeez, that day's long. Classroom is excessively noisy first thing in the morning. It's only been a few minutes since the bell rang and our teacher hasn't shown up yet. Wonder if something's come up. Oh, it's a deer. Okay. Morning, students. I'm sorry for the delay. Now, if anyone could please return to their seats. Speak of the devil. Man, before I forget, there's someone you should all meet. Yeah, he looks out the still open door at someone I can't see. Come here, introduce yourself. That's right, Jun-kun was traveling in my class today, wasn't he? Tiger walks from the room with making his way to the front of the class. His eyes are focusing everywhere but the other people in the room. Welcome to anxiety. Nah, it looks like he's totally panicking. I'm Jun Kobayashi. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Mr. Robotic bow and starts walking towards the free chair. Wait, Kobayashi didn't write a name on the board so I don't know how to spell it. Spell the kanji. Jeez. Yes, just 1 second. Some people laugh at his nervousness. I, myself, think it's a bit endearing. Anxiety is not endearing, it's fucking... Oh my god. Looks back to the board, writing down his name in big shaky letters. It's a pleasure to meet you all. God, I want to fucking go down there and rip those dogs apart. I want to fucking slip it. He bows once again. It's been an edge of a panic attack. Very well, Gashi, you need an empty seat. Let's see. There's one next to Michimiya. Why didn't you go there? Ah, yes, Alex-san, hi. He's enthusiastically at me. So everyone's eyes are focused on me. Can you be a little more careful? Good morning, Alex-san. Just like that, people are already whispering about it. Ayako leans forward, tapping me on the back to my attention. You know I'm not Alex-san? I met him yesterday after I met with Katsugiri-sensei. I gave him a tour of the school. Oh my, that's pretty nice of you. I would have done it if I knew he was still around. Ayako, what's he saying? And just like that, a telephone line has already been formed to discuss how I came to meet Junku. Wait a second, why am I the one getting all the attention? He's a transfer student. You're really popular, aren't you? Not really, they're just incredibly curious people. I wish I had that many friends. I wouldn't really call them friends, more like friendly acquaintances. Isn't that the same thing? I shrug. That's literally what happened with him and Suichi. Except reversed. I expect to be bored by the class, but dear God, do they have to be that boring? Most students already getting packed and heading home. Field activities haven't started yet, so most of the students have nothing to do after class. And the competitive clubs like mine or Soichi's have been given permission to start early. I think I'm gonna go laze around on top of my desk for a while longer. Oh yes, of course, be lazy. Some other students seem to be doing the same and are sticking around in class talking to their friends. Must be nice. My friends are all super enthusiastic about their respective clubs, so I'm sure they must all be headed there already. I hear the sound of someone clearing their throat when I look up from my desk and see a tiger standing there looking down at me. Excuse me, Alex-san, would you mind showing me to the faculty office? I don't know how to get there. Why me? Shouldn't you ask one of our teachers? Well, the thing is, he already left. Look at the teacher's desk, confirm that his words are actually true. Isn't the teacher supposed to stick around for a few minutes in case the students have any questions? What's up with this school and all the lazy teachers? You're the only person here that I know, so I kind of figured it'd be better if I asked you first. Well, I would, but I have a tennis club to get to. Remember how I told you I was in a tennis club? Yes, the perfect excuse. And how come you've been sitting around for the past 5 minutes without going anywhere? You've got me there. Well, either way, I really should go to the tennis club. Oh, I know. How about you take me to your practice session so I can watch? You promised me you would yesterday. Don't you have to go to the faculty office? I only need to get my class itinerary. I can do that whenever. Boy, you really need to get your priorities straight. No, I guess I wouldn't mind. She likes to show the club off to any interested spectators. And Coach is a weirdo, so I doubt he'd mind if he's even present at all. I agree to this already? I guess I can, though I can't promise I'll be allowed to bring you in. We can still try. It's not like our practices are secret after all. Kobayashi looks incredibly pleased with the news. I swear he's radiating satisfaction. What a weird kid. Jeez. Once we arrive, I have Jun-kun wait outside the building while I get dressed. I need to get Sai's permission before I allow him to come inside. A visitor? It's kind of rare for you to be asking me this. Is that a no? Of course not. I'm fine with it if you want to bring someone to watch. Having someone watch with interest is always a great way to get yourself pumped up. That's exactly the kind of answer I expect coming from her. I'm sure he's not gonna be lacking the interest front at least. She nods, smiling. So tell me, what's your real reason for bringing along? You wouldn't just invite your other classmates. You saw through me, huh? To be honest, I felt a bit bad for him since he doesn't know anyone else in the school. So I just thought, why not? Brought him along. It's pretty kind of you, Alex. But we don't have any practice matches scheduled for today. Don't you think you'd be bored of watching us practice our shots? Oh my god. I forgot he was a fucking alligator or whatever. That shouldn't be a problem, Slides. What? Suddenly a huge mountain of scales. Towers. Okay, he's huge. Nah, coach! Fucking hell, that was Jun's voice. Don't sneak up behind me. Sorry, I couldn't get myself from overhearing what you guys were talking about. I'm gonna call bullshit on that. There's a change of plans. We're gonna have a few prep matches today. Wait, what? Wait, what are we training for the day? Don't worry so much about that. Sai glare. Oh no, the death glare. The death glares are back. Sai glares at him, a look that on more than one occasion left me visualizing the very image of death itself. Wow, I want to kill that dog. I want to kill that dog down there. And it has no effect on the crocodile. You left me alone a whole month without even helping me make a balanced train regimen, and now you're going to mess it up. If you keep fretting over everything when you're this young, you're gonna get wrinkly before you're 30. Having somebody jump on his throat any second now. Meanwhile, he laughs it off as if it were a big joke. I'm just forward. You're almost hitting 40. Could you please start acting your own age? Who do you propose you play against? I'm okay with anyone other than Keiko. Keisuke would cry if you heard you saying that. Yeah, I've been getting that a lot lately. Well, not to worry. I've already made arrangements to get us some new players to practice with. Did you invite players from the club? Coach scratches his chin with a cheeky smile on his face. Doesn't he already have one? Well, let's go with that. Here, I'll go call him over. Could it be? Know what's going on here, Side-chan? I remember him telling me that he was going over to visit today, but I didn't think that meant... Who is he? Can't you just drop the pronoun game and tell me you're talking about? Oh my god, okay. Why don't you take a guess? So a familiar voice immediately catches my attention. What? He looks so dopey. Before I can even react, I feel a tap on my back and two figures come into view. Kaito-kun? Oh jeez, Kaito, huh? So I reached over to Tiger, locking him in a tight hug. Murasaki-senpai? Tiger's grin widens. Hey there, Saya-chan, Alex-kun. I've seen you growing taller. This goofy-looking Tiger was our club's captain back when I was a freshman. We're all surprised I decided to go to college in America at the same time he debuted as a pro. The research the college you went to is the big sports program that scouts players from all around the world. You know what, my legs are fucking hurting. I'm gonna sit down because, yeah. Jeez. Oh boy. Yeah, that really tires your legs out after a while, just standing up for 45 minutes. Never. They definitely are one of the best environments a tennis player could hope for. During his time as an active. Oh, don't do that. Active player in the junior ranks, Murasaki Senpai was ranked number 3 in the country. The link's right next to him, though. I don't know him. Oh, and by the way, this guy here is a friend of mine from college. He's from a bit before my time, but he's an excellent player. Link smile. That's not a smile, that's a death glare. The Link smiles and offers me his hand. Kenma Sasaki. Pleasure to meet you. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you too. This guy is really intimidating. Oh, Murasaki. Crocodile walks back to the tent court. You know, I'm gonna give okay. Okay. Jeez, don't go want around here without permission. I looked at the van to pick you guys up, and there wasn't anyone around here. Jeez, I can't. I have to differentiate them somehow. Murasaki simply scratched the back of his head, laughing nervously. Nah, sorry. The girl said it was a bit too hot inside and left, so Kenma and I decided to leave too. I told you we should have stayed put, idiots. Hey, Kenma, back me up a little here. Coach sighs. Jay, you always were a troublemaker. Think you want to move a sense on? That wasn't a compliment. Oh yeah, I remember this little dynamic fairly well. Murasaki Senpai's carefree attitude always caused Coach a ton of problems. Come on, it's just so nostalgic being back here. How could you expect me not to have a look around? Alright, fine, I'll let this one slide, but you ruined my dramatic entrance. And by the way, where'd the girls go? Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Tiger immediately lifts a finger up in the air as if he just had a grand epiphany. I have no idea. Coach conks him on the head. And what was that dramatic pause for? Say so from the beginning, idiot. Why are you two ganging up on my ass? And Kenma, you knew from the very beginning, too. Whoa, they're more of a wacky trio than Soichi, Keikun, and I. Although I guess this is the kind of thing I'd expect from Murasaki Senpai. Coach sighs again, taking a deep breath of air to compose himself. Oh, damn. Where was I? Oh, right. I decided to reach out to some of our more successful alumni. Our school has always had a pretty strong tennis program, after all, so many of our former students became pros. Since they are all pretty new to the professional scene, I think they could spare some of their time. Ain't I brilliant? Actually, we're coming to Saitama anyway for the Kozansha Challenger Tournament. We merely rescheduled our stay to come 5 days in advance due to the promise of free lodging and food. In other words, they took pity on us. What do you think, huh? Pretty neat, isn't it? Isn't it? Well, I do have to admit I didn't expect this, and all this time I thought you were just lazing around at home. Coach's shoulders sag. You could try having some more faith in me, you know. When we start the matches. Don't just ignore me. Forget it. He clears his throat one more time, crossing his arms to appear more serious than he really is. Matches start once everyone is ready. I've also arranged for 2 female players to come over to practice with you and Kushina, Sayatan. I don't understand. You guys will be playing consecutive one-set matches. You better be prepared because we'll be practicing. That changed into a fucking Brit. Guy. You better be prepared because we'll be practicing all the way to school's closing time. You'll probably be doing 20 sets a day. 20 sets? That's impossible. With the average duration of a set, there's no way you can cram that much in just a few hours. Coach smiles, his toothy grin sends shivers down my spine. Oh, don't worry, your sets won't last long at all. What's that supposed to mean? Murasaki Senpai gives me a slap on the back, nearly knocking me down face first into the ground. Oh, come on, Alex, soon it'll be fun. Can't breathe. Oh god, I'm gonna cough my lungs out. It takes me a few minutes to track the female players down, but eventually all the preparations are made. I take the opportunity to go outside and grab Kobayashi the all clear to come in. Although some curious onlookers tried to stop their own practice to watch, Coach made sure to get them all back on track. Even, even then, people keep shooting glances at us every now and then. Alex Skin, why don't you serve first? Show me how much you've matured the past 2 years. Yes, Captain. In the end, Murasaki-senpai. I think the quick time events are going to start happening now. God, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, is this the back button? Is this the back button? Yeah, it is. Okay. In the end, Murasaki-senpai insisted on having me be his first opponent. On another court, Keisuke was about ready to start his match against the Lynx, Sasaki-san. Oh boy. Take a couple of deep breaths and prepare myself for this. I have to admit, I'm excited to get playing against Murasaki-senpai again after so many years. Ugh, stupid bug, get away! Oh my god, I'm sick of it. I can't wait to see how much he's changed since going pro. My god, don't tell me I'm gonna have to make a choice. Once the ball's in play, focus only on my opponent. I toss the ball high in the air and bring down my racket to meet it, putting as much power into it as I can. The feeling of the ball leaving the racket was great. This might just be one of my best serves in a while. While I fully expected to get an ace out of it, Murasaki-senpai quickly reaches the ball before I can leave the court. Yep. He doesn't waste time becoming timid and immediately goes on the offensive, and on a powerful return to attack my serve. The ball bounces right in the back line, forcing me to move back a few steps. The resulting motion and posture on a whack, making my shot slow. Right now, the Murasaki-senpai dashes toward the net. No, that's not quite right. He was already on the net before I even hit the ball back. How'd he get there so fast? He volleys the ball with force. And I've been halfway through the court when the ball hits the ground and rolls away. 15 love. Oh my god, this is gonna get shit. Ooh, it was a pretty wild serve. Did you really have to say the wild part? Okay. Even though I hit the ball with everything I had, he easily returned it to the worst spot possible. Not only that, he reached the net before he even noticed he had moved. His movement is completely different from 3 years ago, and the quality of his shots has improved a considerable amount. This might just have been luck, but... Yo, Alex, you there? Yes, sorry. Crap, I was spacing out and didn't even call me. Oh boy. Oh boy, don't let you do a fucking quick time event. Play resumes on my court. This time we go for a slice that quickly escapes to the edge of the sides of the court. As if anticipating it, Murasaki-senpai does a quick sideways jump and the ball right in the center of his racket. Oh god. His return paints a line on the opposite side of the court. How am I supposed to use my serve advantage when he's already carrying my serve? Oh no, I make a mad dash for the ball, barely managing to tap it. Why did his shots become so heavy? I've had a hard time just getting the ball to go over the net. If it keeps going like this, I'm bound to end up making a mistake. Wait, he's already at the net again? When did he? Senpai taps the ball back lightly, a drop volley. In the end, I never had a chance to reach above where it bounced twice. 30 love. Can't accept it. I can't do anything against my serve game? That's ridiculous. I try putting as much topspin as I can on my next serve. As soon as the ball rises, it should spin out of control, making it shoot up higher than normal. If he can't adapt his swing, he'll miss the perfect point of impact. And even if he sees it coming, he'll have to move further back, giving me an opportunity to attack. At least that's what should happen. Oh boy. As if he realizes what I'm doing, Senpai immediately dashes to the point where the ball bounces in the court, hitting it right as it rises from the ground before it has a chance to properly bounce. A right shot is such a difficult shot to make. Even Keisuke, the most skillful player in the club, can't hit those properly. Yet this guy, Senpai hits it easily, sending the ball back to me. Still, this wasn't a perfect return by any means. His ball lacks power when compared to his regular ground strokes. The ball hits the ground a few little short of the baseline. I can reach it. Okay, I try hitting a straight shot with as much power as I can. What I lack in control, I can make out with pure firepower, even if I can't put it in a difficult position. As long as I can stop him from coming in the net, I have a chance. Senpai has always been weak in his baseline game, even more so than the regular serve and volley player. As long as I keep it anchored to the baseline, I should have a chance. Senpai reaches my ball easily and has ample time to prepare. He hits it full, hits it with a full swing, sends it to the other side of the court. Ball's going unbelievably fast, I can barely keep up with it. Somehow I managed to reach it, or until my racket makes contact. And the racket is blown out. Oh my god, okay. What? So much power. Stanto Sky. I'm sorry. Senpai has already had a decent bit. Has always had a decent bit of upper body strength, but nothing like this. This is seriously bad. I can't even think of a way to deal with it. Volley, power, speed, control, technique. Far outclassed me in every single one of those. And I haven't even seen him in the serve game. Oh no, he's a Stando Sky. Oh god. That would be fucking ridiculous if they actually made a JoJo's reference in that. I can't accept being beaten like this. Hey, Mitsumiya-kun, you ready yet? It's time to resume play. Crap, I'm spacing out again. Keep it together, feeling defeated right at the beginning of the game doesn't help. Just take deep breaths, that's it, calm down. It's got me so worked up this quickly. Here another serve. Slice, topspin, flat. He's received every single one of my best without any problem. Since there isn't anything that stands out as the best option, I'll just go with my personal best. Flat! I hit the ball with everything I have. This is without a doubt the fastest serve I can pull off. The ball must be going at least 190 kilometers an hour. Okay. There's no way he can reach it easily. Senpai managed to send the ball back. But I can tell from his stance that the shot can't possibly have as much power as the last one. He didn't have time to make a good swing. Against this weakened shot that is going towards my forehand, I immediately prepare to counter it. I concentrate every ounce of my strength on sending the ball right on top of the line, on the side of the court opposite where Senpai is right now. By all means, it should be the best option. I shouldn't reach it. And yet the little voice in the back of my head tells me to prepare. Not only is he going to reach it, but he's going to send a strong ball right back at me. Left to right. Whatever, it does. Oh no. I don't like this. If I get this lead up to a quick time event, whatever, it doesn't matter. Bring it! Just myself screaming on top of my lungs. Before I even realized that I got this worked up. I don't even care if I look lame, I just don't want to lose. No matter what happens, I absolutely don't want to lose. Oh boy. Somehow he managed to reach my best shot with absolute ease. If it's going to be like this, then I have to make sure he can't go back towards the net. If he reaches the net, it's game over. That's my instincts are telling me right now. I have to exert myself to reach the ball. I jump towards it, nearly losing my footing as I do so, but I managed to hit the ball back with some semblance of power. As long as I make it strong enough, he shouldn't have an opportunity to dash towards the net. Senpai reaches it. I immediately start running toward the center of the court so as to reach the ball regardless of his shooting it left or right. He tapped it! Crap, a trap shot! Perfect shot to take advantage of my momentary loss of focus. His stance didn't give away what he's going to do until the ball left the racket. For a fraction of a second, I'm rooted at this spot. Damn it, legs, move! Jerked all my energy to my legs and make a mad run for it. I jumped towards the ball, hitting the ground with my chest. Shh, this hurts like hell. Still, I managed to miraculously tap the ball right before it hits the ground. The ball goes up just enough to go over the net. I lags for only a second. Then a towering orange figure eclipses my vision. He knew all along I'd reach it, and so he made his way to the net. I'm left defenseless as he hits the ball right over my head to take the point. There you go, game won by me, 1-0. He flashes me a goofy smile. I feel anger surging inside, most of it is directed at me. It takes every ounce of self-restraint I have not to lash out. Somehow I am dimly aware that I'm baring my fangs. Someone knows his look on my face, of course he does, how wouldn't he? Shifts around in the spot and glares back at me with such intensity I feel like I'm being shot dead. He has a very smug smile on his face as if he's enjoying seeing me like this. It's enough to make me freeze on the spot. No, I like the look in your face, Alex-kun. Okay then, I'll play seriously now. Let's see if you can entertain me for a little bit. Jesus Christ, you sound like a fucking JoJo villain. This fucking dialogue. Oh my god. Stando Noryoku, I don't know. I'm completely dominated during the serve games. Can't even properly return the ball at first, and he scores many aces off of it. Near the end of the match, I realized I didn't get a single point during the whole thing. Yay! 6-0, I win! Better luck next time, Michimiya-kun. You're literally a fucking JoJo villain. Why? He walks away laughing, of course he does. I clenched my fists in frustration, my claws starting to puncture the palms of my hands. It didn't take him 10 minutes to completely dispose of me of garbage. This is so frustrating. Michimiya-san. Keisuke taps me on the shoulder. Looks like you didn't fare any better than I did. Yeah, did you even manage to score a single point? No, not once. It's so frustrating. Keiko nods. I wonder what their rank is in the World League. If I find it in their 700 something, that I'll fucking lose it. Of course you will. I know what you mean. Don't worry, last I checked, Morisaki-senpai was 421. Well, that makes me feel a little better at least. Let's try to win at least one set by the end of the game. Right. Keiko lifts his hand up high and we share a high five. Alright, I'm feeling pumped again. Oh no. Jun-kun is fidgeting comfortably at a nearby corner. It's true, he's been watching me this whole time. Did I scare him? I really need to get a grip. Won't do me any good if I'm so angry that I can't think straight. So, are you ready? Turn around to see Sasaki-san behind me, holding his racket in his hand. There's clothes barely have any sweat on them. It's as if the set just now barely even winded him. Which, considering how short it was, it probably didn't. We didn't even need to take breaks during the whole thing. Link smiles, and by that I mean the corners of his mouth barely curve a little bit upwards. I saw a bit of your match. You're an interesting player. I didn't think a high schooler was capable of making Morisaki play seriously. This might be a decent learning experience. With no other words, begins walking towards one of the empty courts. It took me a few seconds to react and follow him. Once he was to take our position, Sasaki-san grabbed a couple of balls and waved at me. I'll take serve if you don't mind. Since you already started with the serve last match, I'm sure you'll be okay with it, right? This guy's a little pushy, isn't he? Why is he wearing a collar? Is my question. But I guess I'll have to let this one pass. Last match, I think I prefer him taking the first serve. Afraid of thinking about the psychological damage that getting broken in the first game would cause. Might be better to serve second, so as to lower my expectations on the match. Or maybe I'm being too timid? No, this is fine. I should take the chance to see how he plays. Kenma-san picks up a ball in his pocket and starts bouncing in the court. After a few bounces, he grips the ball tightly in his hand and focused on me. Something about the way he looked at me made me uncomfortable. It was like he was analyzing me, just looking for a weakness. He makes me feel uneasy. He tossed the ball high in the air and slammed his rocket against. I'm sorry. I heard the music for a split second. I thought, wait, is that fucking Tainted Love? And like, no, it's not. It's not. I don't know how I thought it was. He tossed the ball high in the air and slammed his rocket. It's fast, really fast. Not on the same level as Morisaki-senpai, but it might just be faster than mine. I reached the ball with a little difficulty, but hit it back at him. Unfortunately, return was shallow, and the Lynx wasted no time in attacking it. 15, love. He'll have to do better than that if you want to take a point from me. He said that with a smile on his face. This guy pisses me off. By the end of the 20th set, I couldn't even keep myself standing. It took us over 3 hours to get it all done with only a few minimal breaks here and there. And even then, when you consider how many sets it was, it should have definitely taken much longer. That's how overwhelmed we were. As soon as the last point was scored, I dropped to the floor, unable to keep myself standing. Even scoring a single point was hard. The best I could do was get 2 games against Morisaki-senpai. The girls, on the other hand, did a lot better than us. Sai managed to take a set from one of her opponents. Kobayashi stood over me, looking at me with worry. Are you alright? Maybe I should go get the nurse. I'm fine. The only thing broken right now is my pride. I forced myself to stand up again, heaving heavily from exertion. It's been a while since I've been so thoroughly beaten like that. It's incredibly frustrating, but it also feels refreshing somehow. I can't even remember when I last felt so completely useless. Suddenly there was a wall ahead of me whose limits I couldn't even see. Oh boy. Instead of feeling discouraged, I feel a sudden burst of excitement.
Well, I had fun. I guess you had fun then, all things considered. Kinda makes me wish I could play tennis too.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed watching us. Still odd by the distance Murasaki senpai managed to put between us in those 2 years. Just how did he manage to get so much better? How are you feeling, Michimiya-kun? Mostly frustrated, but well, these kinds of things are good too. Once in a while. You've changed a lot, you know. Who the fuck? I guess I did change a little. Things are a lot tougher in America than I thought they'd be. Pretty count myself when I first got there, but I was clearly mowed down by them. To be honest, there are currently 12 guys in our tennis program. I'm the weakest of them all. That's a depressing thought. Still, I'm the one that's surprised. It's pretty disappointing we played our first set, you know. Sorry. Guess I didn't quite live up to your expectations. Senpai gasped and started frantically in his arms in denial. No, that's not what I meant. Well, it's true it's going to get much better, but to be honest, it's scary how much you've improved over the day. You got used to my speed in a flash. And then the last set I was actually struggling to score. Really? You didn't feel like you was struggling at all? Well, I guess we'll have to see how things are over the week. Murasaki something was surprised, as if he finally realized he hadn't said a word about it yet. I'm glad we agreed to Mikado-san's idea. It's been so long since I've been to Japan. Still a bit jet-lagged from the trip. Can you imagine how tough it'd be if I played in a tournament like this? How do you think you'll fare in the competition? I'm not too sure. The prize is pretty big, and it's worth quite a lot of points, so I'm sure it's attracted quite a lot of high-ranked folks. I still want to take part in the qualifiers after all. Kaito, hurry up already. The van is already here to pick us up. Sasaki-san shouts from the entrance. Oh, sorry to cut this short, Alex. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya. We'll leave the two goodbyes, leave our building.
You guys look like you get along pretty well.
I nod. Murasaki-senpai used to be the club's captain when I first joined the school.
Now that explains it.
By the way, Kobayashi,
Just June is okay. Feels a bit pointless to be so formal since we're going to be seeing each other every day.
well, okay. If I could have this drop this stiff deference, I have no reason not to. Was it fun? Feel like it was worth coming?
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. White Hair felt like he was an amazing player, even though half of the time I had no idea what he was doing.
The name is Keisuke. You're right about him being an awesome player. Not very physically imposing, but he's very skillful and fast. That's why I hate playing against him. It just makes me run all over the place, and it's a chore. June follows me all the way to the locker room. Put my bag on the bench next to my locker and sit next to it, picking up a towel from inside it. Crap, my legs are hurting so much that going home might be a problem. I start taking out my clothes. Upon seeing this, Junko makes a weird noise and turns his back to me.
Anyway, Alex, son, it was really fun watching you play. I think I might come cheer you in the next tournament.
Really? Thanks, that'd be appreciated. Finish telling myself off and I spray myself with a strong deodorant. Since I don't feel like showering at school, I'll at least make sure I don't stink of sweat. Turn your back now. Around now. Junko glances over my way before turning around slowly.
Sure, I'll come. You could also come to my piano competition if you want.
If I didn't have good hearing, I'd probably miss that last part. A piano competition? Those are a thing? Junko nods a little more confidently.
Yes, they're pretty big in Japan. You can gain scholarships from big name schools if you did do well in those. Actually, I used to participate when I was a kid, but anyway, I'd like if you could come.
Sure, if I don't have a game scheduled for the day of a competition, I'll go. I'm at least a little bit interested after all.
Well, I've got to get going anyway. Thank you very much for bringing me over. See you tomorrow.
See ya. Laying against one locker so my body gets some rest. My whole body is sore. It's been a while since I worked this hard. From the corner of my eye, I see Keikun entering the locker room and heading towards his locker. Damn it! He punches the locker with full force, leaving a dent in the metal. Keisuke turns towards me, his face is completely warped in anger. Damn, Lynx, that guy is so cocky! What happened? He seemed pretty nice to me. He came to me after the match and said if that's how far you can go, then you should forget about placing in a national competition. Who the hell does he think he is? Damn it! Did he really say that?
Also, spare the poor locker who didn't do anything. It's a horrible thing to say, no matter how true it might be. Yeah, he did. I know I'm not good enough, I know that. Didn't have to say it. I grabbed Casey's arm before he punches the locker for a third time. Alright, stop right there. I get that you're angry, but you really need to calm down. Punchy thing, you don't solve anything. What did you do? Severely injured your hand, you idiot? Sit. Sit. Yes. Could he not resist so much anymore? I kneel down in front of him, gently inspecting his hand in search of any injuries. It's fine, just leave it be. Keikun tries to push my hands away, but I make sure to hold on to him firmly. So I see a big cut between his ring finger and his pinky. Without hesitation, to press into it as hard as I can. Oh, what's the big idea? This... I pressed one more time, making him squirm. This is not fine. I'll pick up the first aid kit and treat your wound. You sit there and don't you dare move. Even though he seemed to know my orders, he made no effort to get up. At least he was obedient. Looking at his locker, I could see 2 dents on it. Looks like one of his punches was right at the edge of the locker. Of course, he ended up cutting himself. Ouch. Seriously, ouch. Takes a bit of work, but I make sure his wound is clean and disinfected properly. There. Cut his bib, but I don't think it'll need bandaging. It'll probably be sore for a while, so be careful. Thank you. Yes? I'm sorry I yelled at you. I shouldn't have lost my temper. All you were doing is trying to help me. Don't worry about it. It was interesting, though. That was the first time I've ever seen you angry. Yeah, not my finest moment right there, I'll admit. Still, thank you for taking such good care of me. I'd be lying if I didn't say I understand how you feel. Don't think I'm not frustrated about the whole thing, either. Maybe we should have a strategy meeting to think up ways to beat them. That's... Keikun freezes mid-sentence. Actually, it's a great idea. You've adapted to them the fastest. Perhaps you give some insight into what I can do. I was just Alright, it's settled then. I'll buy you some ice cream. What if anything does that have to do with finding ways to beat them? Keikun, I don't think... Oh, shut up. I want to thank you for today. Ah, so that's what this is about. You stand to be a little more honest. Keikun takes off his shirt to get changed, and we quickly freeze when his shirt gets close to his nose. There's no way I can go away without a shower. Let's go, Alex-san. Nah, I'm already set. Points of deodorant spray on the bench. Really? You think that's acceptable? Yeah, it's been enough so far. Do you have any idea how much we sweat today? I'm not going out with a guy that smells like a pile of rancid clothes. Can't you be a little less fussy? I'm already... This is so weird. You never even asked me if I wanted to be taken out. Fine, get off my tail. I fished for a towel in my bag and started dressing. Keikun does the same behind me. So I'm still heaping undressed in front of other people. I wrap myself in a towel before taking off my underwear and quickly make my way to the shower. No CGs. I managed to get myself into a shower before... Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I was about to say. I managed to get myself into a shower booth before Keikun even has time to get into the showers. Still, he managed to take the one right next to mine. I only have cold water in here. That is horrible. Oh, wait. Keikun, I didn't plan on showering here, you know. I don't have shampoo or soap. I'll slide you some mine under the booth. Why does that spread still have a shirt? Oh, thanks. You know, you surprised me this time. How so? You're always going out with us, but you've never actually invited any of us to go out with you before. Hell, you're in my house all the time and I have no idea what yours looks like. My house isn't exactly the kind of place I'd like to take guests, but I can see your point. I'm sorry I've never invited any of you over before. It's fine, I'm not asking you to invite me over, it's just, when you get used to someone never asking you out, you get surprised when they do. I guess I can kinda get what you're saying. Still, you helped me out. I'd feel bad if I didn't return the favor. Suit yourself. I have no reason to say no anyway. This is no free ice cream after all. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a reason he doesn't like people knowing where he lives, and we'll get to that when I get to his route, which who knows when that's going to be. Keikun takes me to a shop a few blocks away from school. Funny, I passed this street a few times and I'd never noticed this place before. Looks so chic, too. Wow, I never knew this place existed. Yeah, it's pretty great. Only found about it last summer. Oh, it's one of those self-service parlors. It's not just come by weight. I like those. Only places like those are always the best bang for your buck. I'm standing in a daze. Keiko quickly serves himself. The clerk writes it down on a card and hands it to him. Oh, so it's like a frozen yogurt place. Where you... that's cool. Quit standing around and get your serving. I'm gonna be sitting in that booth over there. Oh, right. Make me the freezer and see the various flavor stickers. They all look really tasty. Wonder if there's any price differences in the flavors. Let's see, where's the menu? Huh? 1,800 yen per 100 grams? That's insane. A kilo of this would be more than my monthly allowance. I do a complete 180 and sit in front of Keiko without taking anything. Why didn't you get anything? You know, I don't really feel like eating ice cream. The only reason I brought you here was so I could treat you. Just get something. How can someone be so oblivious? And more importantly, how can I be okay with treating someone to something so expensive? It's just, I'm not comfortable spending this much money on just ice cream. This much? Keikyun's gaze flicks towards the menu for a second. Oh. He sits there in silence for a few seconds, analyzing what he is going to say. You don't know? Know what? His eyes widen in complete shock. What is this thing I was supposed to know? My name, Morushihara. Doesn't it ring any bells for you? No? Should it? He gapes, looking more surprised than he already did. Slowly he leans over in his chair and whispers to me. Haven't you heard of the Urashihara Corporation? The biggest tech conglomerate in the world? You know, designers of the most popular computer operating system and phones. If I'm not mistaken, your phone was manufactured by us too. Wait? Urashihara Corporation? Wait, he's that Urashihara? You're kidding. I guess I finally make sense why you always treat me like just an average Joe. So I guess you'll start treating me differently now that you know. My mind is completely blank for seconds. I'm just, wow. From the snap out in the new trance I was in, having to clear my throat a few times to get my voice to work. No, I don't care if your family is rich. I was just shocked. Wait, is that why you never invited anyone over? Keikyun shifts in his seat. Yeah, I gave up having friends over a few years ago. Most people only seem interested in befriending me so they can enjoy the perks that come with being my friend. To be honest, I completely given up having friends who really care about me, for who I am instead of what I have. You, Mizuguchi-san, and Arata are the only people who have ever actually shown an interest in getting to know me for me. Oh god, it's a horrible thing to say that I can understand. People can be very shallow. As I became a little famous, a bunch of kids my age started approaching me just because they thought they'd raise their status if they were seen with me. Not that I think my situation is really comparable to yours, of course. Keiko could completely stumble my words. Oh man, I didn't expect this. Funny, I brought you here to thank you for making me feel better. Instead, you ended up consoling me again. Thank you, Alex-san. I'll be damned. I never knew this side of Keikun. Well, you know why I didn't mind bringing you over. So please, go get yourself some ice cream. After you're so nice to me today, I want to treat you no matter what. Keisuke basically kicks me out of the booth laughing. Right, alright, I'm going. Stop kicking my shin. Oh my god. I love him. We spend a good deal of time talking and having fun. I've already eaten most of my ice cream. A little bit left on the bottom has already turned into a soupy mess that I will definitely not waste because this is one very expensive soupy mess. Thanks for me today, Alex-san. It's good to talk to someone without worrying whether they're interested in me because of me or because of my family. I'm a bit curious now. Besides saying Suichi about your family, I know for a fact they're not the type of people who care about that kind of thing. Well, Suichi's dad also makes quite a bit of money, so it's not like he needs any. Not as much as your family, though. To mention Suichi's name, Keisuke's demeanor immediately changes. Actually, this might be an opportunity to problem about it. Hey, Keikun, I actually have a question. Yes? Why do you and Suichi bicker so much? You guys don't look like you dislike each other, but... Just as I expect, his entire face scrunches up at the mention of Suichi. It's not... I don't dislike him, it's... It's complicated. Huh, that actually answered nothing at all. Okay, why? Keisuke sighs. I'm not really sure. He's a nice guy and I do like him, but he always ends up doing or saying something that pisses me off. But like I said, I do like him. So, you're like two friends who bicker. A lot. Something like that. I do think of him as friend, yes. Good to know. Alright, so I'm going to get up and discard the plastic cup, but Keisuke holds my arm. Wait, it's my turn to ask a question. Oh, sure, shoot. Why does it matter to you whether we get along or not? That's hard to explain. Well, Suichi's my best friend. I've known him since we were little kids. The two of us are always spending time together. And I also like you a lot. You're pretty dependable and easy to get along with, but even though you're definitely part of our group, it always feels like you're keeping your distance. I guess I worry that you're just avoiding us to be away from Suichi. Keisuke lets go of my hand. His fingers start tapping the table in front of him. Well, that is not untrue. Whenever I'm with you guys, I always worry that I'm going to ruin your fun. I mean, the few times we all went out together during spring break, I could tell how annoyed you and Michiguchi-san were when he and I argued. I guess I was afraid of being a burden. Wow. I didn't expect him to be so honest with me. Don't be, I won't lie. You two do get on my nerves every so often, but even so, it's nice having you around. You're a good guy. We aren't going to forget that just because you and Suichi are fighting. My words seemed to strike him deeply as his eyes opened wide. Thank you, Alex-san. That actually means a lot to me. God. I'm sorry, Keisuke is my favorite. Like, they're all amazing. They all have amazing all amazing arcs, but I just like Keisuke the most. Keikun urged me to wait outside while he paid. It's gotten pretty dark while we were inside. It's actually a little cold. There, I've already paid. Wow, some of the stores are closing up already. What time is it? He fished his phone out of his pocket. Almost 9 p.m. We were in there for a while, huh? Time flies when you're having fun. Couldn't have said it better myself. By the way, how are you getting home? I'm gonna call my driver to pick me up. Want a ride? Nah, you know I live nearby, I can just walk. Fair enough. Thank you again for coming here with me. You have no idea how happy you've made me today. Who's phoned for me, so there's no problem there. I can actually believe you when you say that. Anyway, you should probably get going now. I'm gonna call the car to come pick me up. It's fine. I'll wait you until the car gets here. Don't be stupid. It's super late already. Just go home. Your family's probably waiting for you. Will you be alright waiting here alone? I'll be inside the store until they arrive. I do a bit of common sense, you know. I'm not gonna wait outside in the dark streets. Alright, fair enough. Have a good night. You too, Alex-san. Be safe and see you tomorrow. See ya. God, I fucking... wow. I actually finished an entire day in one of the videos. But yeah, that's it. That's it for now. Yeah, that's enough. Overwrite, yes please. And we'll go to the title screen. I hope you guys liked this episode. I don't know when the next one will be, but I have all the rest of the day, all Saturday, all Sunday, and all Monday before I have to do the GD classes again. And who knows, maybe a new video will be up tomorrow. I don't know. You'll find out, I guess.